This is why you should be a patient of Amble Health. Amble has just dropped the pricing on all of their anti-aging supplements. Scripts provided by a clinician. Sermorelin, NAD, Lipo B, Lipo C, and glutathione. If you have followed my journey taking anti-aging medications, you know that they work. Well, now you can order 3, 6, 9, and 12 months worth of medication at a discounted price, friend, and that's a fact. All you have to do is go to my profile page, look at the chain link, and you will find the supplement there. Now, you have to do a medical questionnaire because, again, these are scripts provided by a clinician, and your medicine will be at your doorstep. No shipping, no physician fees, no subscriptions, but you can purchase bulk pricing, and you can use Klarna, Afterpay, Affirm, and your FSA. OMG. Y'all go to my profile page right now and get your anti-aging supplements. It's up. It's up. I love it. Slim thick all day. Get into this body. Now, y'all know I have been on my GLP-1 health journey. It'll be 3 years this coming September. And y'all have often asked me, how do I maintain my weight? Y'all, I maintain my weight by using Plume products. I cannot say this enough. Y'all, I have mad food noise at the end of the week when it's time for my next re-up of my injection. So to get me through, I've been using Hunger Houdini and Hunger Taker together. Now, we know that Hunger Houdini has saffron extract, which is a natural appetite suppressant, and it also has iriomin, which breaks down saturated fats. Y'all, there's turmeric in here, which helps with inflammation, and then you have your super blend of pre and probiotic. Together, it maximizes your appetite suppression. And honey, we've been needing those days, and I'm not embarrassed about it. I absolutely love these two products. I can't stop talking about them. Y'all keep asking me, what am I doing? I'm doing GLP-1 and Plume. Okay, now listen now. I do have some other products by Plume that I absolutely love. I can't go without. Y'all, my belly balm helps me out when I am having my cheat days or when I'm having some discomfort related to the GLP-1s, but mostly, y'all, I'm using them for my cheat days. Belly balm. And then my Rest in Peace. Y'all know I work under the umbrella of emergency room medicine. I work in outpatient medicine. Y'all, I float all over my damn hospital. So when I get off, I need to rest. So Rest in Peace helps me out. And then when I am dehydrated, because you know we get dehydrated on these meds, okay? I tap into my water hydration supplements, y'all. If you don't know Plume, you know now, okay? And when you go to check out, use code NURSECASE so you can get you a cute little 10% discount. Don't say I never turn y'all on, and don't say y'all don't know what I'm doing over here on this journey. I'm doing GLP-1 and Plume. It's just that simple. Grab yours today.
Hi, I'm KEASHA DiXON. You made it here, so go ahead and subscribe and click your notification bell so you don't miss any of my future uploads.
What's that? What's what in that bag? Greek food. Greek food? Where you got that from?
Hey, friend.
8 minutes away.
Let me see what you got.
Mediterranean gyro.
Let me taste, boo. Are you not ready to eat it?
I'm not ready to eat it.
Hey, y'all. Not no fries. I want to taste the gyro. Hey, friend. Hopefully, y'all be able to see the comments with this busy ass shirt I got on. Can y'all see the comments? Kiwi, come see, boo. Right quick. I'm gonna get something, y'all. Hey, y'all.
Huh?
I've been working, baby. Give me that towel so I can put it across me, so I can make sure my chat can see. Hold on, y'all. Let me see if this works. It's a busy ass. Can y'all see? Ooh, Lord, that ain't no better. QE.
Give me one of them pillows right there, baby. We can't see the chat because I got this busy ass shirt on. Hold on, y'all. I'm working on it. How are y'all? Oh, she always got a blue pillow somewhere. Hello. Let me see if I could keep this up. Let me push this down so we can see the chat. There we go. Hi, everybody. Come on in. Share the live as you come in. Tap the screen as you come in. Hi. I'm going to say my hellos as the chat build. I feel so uncomfortable holding this pillow, but I need y'all to be able to read the chat as I am talking. Share the live, you guys. Drop some FYPs in the chat. Oh, Laura, she has no earrings on. Lord have mercy. I should have put some earrings on. Damn. Hold on, y'all. Y'all share the live for me. Let me go get some earrings because I look crazy. Marshmallow? Okay. Okay. All right. Hey, y'all. Happy Wednesday to everybody. Hello, everybody. How are y'all? For the 61 people who are in the live, if you are not yet following me, y'all, thank y'all for tapping the screen. Y'all already tapping the screen. If you're not yet following me, click this picture right here. Make sure you're following me. Turn your notification bells on so you know when I am live. Hey, Chi. How are you? I love the great highlight. Thank you, friend. I wish there was highlights. I mean, it's my real hair, girl. That's the girl. My hair been gray since I was 32 years old, girl. If you're not yet following me, turn the notification bells on so you know when I'm live. For those of you who are new here and you're not familiar with my platform, you guys, my name is KEASHA Dixon. I go by Charge Nurse Keisha on social media. I am a registered nurse, you guys. I've been a nurse for almost 24 years come this December. I started out my social media journey on YouTube, y'all. I used to document my weight loss journey using GLP-1 medications, and I wanted to do it from the clinical, like medical professional perspective, just to give like education in the community, because back in the day, y'all, when these meds first came out, like in 2022, baby, we didn't know what was going on with these meds. It just was a new medicine on the market. We knew that it was causing people to drop their LBs, and we didn't really know how to use it. So what we used to do back in the day is, once we started the medication, we used to think that back in the day that, thank you, boo. Thank you. Back in the day, y'all, we used to think that you were supposed to increase your dose every single month. And we also thought that the goal was to get to the highest dose, because if you got to the highest dose, that's when you would have the most LBs down. Y'all, that was so far from the truth. But we had to learn, you know, everybody that was on the medicine, even the doctors had to learn. We all didn't know. None of us knew. So back in the day, again, we used to think that you're supposed to go all the way up to 15, and then that's when you would lose your what is it, 21% of your body weight or whatever. But now we know. Hey, Felicia. Hey, Rocio. I'm gonna say my hellos. Let me just finish putting my earrings on. Now we know that if you're on GLP-1 MEDs, that you're supposed to stay on the dose that you are on as long as your body is responding. And when we say as long as your body is responding, we mean as long as you are having healthy LBs down. And healthy LBs down, look at me, is about 1 to 2.2 pounds per week. Hold on, y'all. I should have did this before I came on live. My apologies, y'all. Charge it to my head, not my heart. So as long as you are in a healthy caloric deficit, and as long as you're on an MED and you are seeing 1 to 2.2 lbs down per week, you are doing it the right way. Okay. You are having healthy weight loss, and that's the way it's supposed to be. It's hard to read. I know, baby. I have a pillow right here that I'm gonna put on my lap. Girl, you know, I had said I got a busy ass shirt on. So I'm gonna hold this pillow while I talk so that y'all can read the comments. Okay. So now we know, as long as you are on a healthy dose, you know, or on a dose that your body is responding to, that you're supposed to remain there. We also know, thank you, friend. We also know that with GLP-1 MEDs, that they're not weight loss MEDs. They're endocrine meds that are meant to change you metabolically. And so we need to go into our journey expecting a metabolic change. So if you are an obese person, if you have true obesity, you have a metabolic issue. You have an issue with metabolizing carbs. You have an issue with metabolizing fats. You have an issue in the way your body is storing them. And you also have an issue with the way your liver pushes out sugar unnecessarily into your bloodstream. So just like a person who has hypertension, just like a person who has diabetes, autoimmune diseases, cardiovascular diseases, have to take medications to treat their disease process, friends, so do you. And that's something that we all have to accept. Having a metabolic issue is not something that you can control by diet. If your pancreas does not help let you respond to insulin the way a normal person is, there is no cure for that. You understand what I'm saying? The only thing that you can do is treat it. And thankfully, we have liraglutides, dulaglutides, semaglutide, tirzepatide that is on the market to help you all. So it's not anything to be embarrassed about. It's not something that you should shy away from. You actually should embrace it, because now you have a medicine that's going to help change you metabolically, that will prevent you from having exacerbation of other comorbidities. What does that mean, Keisha? That means, well, you know, I'm sure I am still with Amble, Miss Connie, and this is an Amble sponsored live, you guys. Not only am I a registered nurse that works under the umbrella of emergency room medicine and outpatient medicine, I'm also a patient and a partner of Amble Health. So this is an Amble sponsored live. If you are someone who wants to start your GLP journey and you want to be under the umbrella of a clinician, all you have to do is click this picture twice. It'll bring you right to my profile page on TikTok, and look for the LINK, and you'll see everything you need to see there. Okay. If you want to be under the umbrella of a clinician, it is best for you to sign up with an affiliate, so that if you run into customer service issues, you have someone that can use their customer service to help you guys out. That's really the benefit of being on an affiliate, is in the event you run into issues, we have our own customer service people that can help you. Right? Okay. So going back to your metabolic issues, whatever your metabolic issue is, I seen someone say, I have insulin resistance. So one of the mechanism of action of GLP-1 meds, and that includes liraglutides and dulaglutides, is they make you more insulin sensitive. What does that mean? That means once you start eating and your blood sugar spikes, your body is going to immediately start breaking down carbs and fats and storing them and metabolizing them and wasting them the way they're supposed to be wasted, you know, with the help of your liver and your kidneys, of course, right? So in addition to that, we also know, just circling back to these meds being endocrine medicines that are meant to change you metabolically, we also know there are some side effects to these medications that I tend to enjoy. One of which is food consumption control. Okay, y'all know I have to talk in code a little bit. Food consumption control, so it helps you that way. I don't, but I need to, friend. We also know that it's going to delay your gastric emptying, when you have a delay in gastric emptying, you're not going to be able to eat the type of foods that we used to indulge in. You know, you may be able to nickel and dime it, but you're not going to be able to eat it the way you used to, because now, because of the delay. Hey, Jackson. Because of the delay of gastric emptying, it's going to take some time. Thank you for the heart meat, sweetheart. It's going to take some time for your body to digest those things. And now that you have delayed gastric emptying, sometimes that can be an uncomfortable process. If you are taking a highly dense protein while you're eating a highly dense protein while you're on a GLP-1 MED, imagine the gastric production that has to happen in your stomach for you to be able to digest that. Where it would take 2 to 4 hours for you to digest food, now it takes like 6 to 8 hours. So that uncomfortability that you would feel in your epigastric area, which is this area, that uncomfortable feeling that you would feel there would last for such a long time. So you would immediately, thank you for all the heart meats and the gifts, you guys. I appreciate you. So you would immediately find out what foods your body could tolerate and what foods your body's saying, I ain't messing with. Like, friend, please calm down. Like, we can't eat like that no more. Hey, Crystal, how are you, my love? How can you tell me if people that suffer reaction asthma, when they smell house cleaning chemicals used? I'm not understanding what you're asking me, Tommy. If you have asthma, you shouldn't be inhaling any chemicals at all. Like, I don't know what you're asking me, boo. So anyway, going back to, I have to learn how to read. I have to learn how to read my comments before I say them out loud, because some of them are it'd be a little bit off. Friend, if you have a question about asthma, DM me, baby, and I'll be happy to talk to you about it. Because tonight we're talking about GLP-1s and the side effects, and I'm just doing education on GLP-1s. Okay, friend? So going back to the side effects that we love, okay? Side effects that people who are not familiar with GLPs think the medicines actually do. You know, people think these are weight loss meds. People think these meds suppress your appetite. Like, they take it thinking that, okay, baby, DM me. They think that this is what their expectation is, and it's not. You know, the mechanism of action is to change you metabolically first. So if you have diabetes that's uncontrolled, if you are a pre-diabetic with elevated A1C levels, that has to get in order first. If you have an autoimmune disease and you're suffering with pain and inflammation, that has to get in control first. If you have cardiovascular disease and you have a high cholesterol and things like that, then by the change of your diet, because of the delay of gastric emptying and the food consumption control, you won't be eating all of those high dense foods. You won't be eating all of those sweetened foods. Your body will only be able to tolerate what it is able to digest with the delay of gastric emptying. And so a lot of times you eat a little bit more simple. And because you're eating more simple and you're doing high protein and high fiber, low fats, low carbs, now that fiber that you're eating is able to clean out those blood vessels, clean up those vascular walls. So all your levels start looking good. Your cholesterol levels starts looking good. Your LDLs and your HDLs start to change. Your triglycerides start to change. The inflammation that accompanies adipose, and I mean like fluid retention, your body starts self-diuresing itself, so blood pressures come down. A1C levels come down. You start having changes in medications. Like when you go for your follow-ups and your doctor do your labs and they're like, damn, God, your cholesterol looks so well. Let's see how long we're going to keep you on this statin. Let me see how long, let me do some medication adjustments because now I have you on too much diabetic medicine. Oh, your blood pressures look so low now. You know, and the blood pressures are low because you don't have all of that fluid retention. Thank you for the heart meats. You don't have all of that fluid retention that accompanied inflammation that supported being obese. You understand what I'm saying? So now you're coming off of all of those damn meds. They have crazy side effects. Cardiovascular medicines have the craziest of side effects. You're coming off of all of those diabetic medications. When my husband first started, when he first got diagnosed with diabetes, he was on 4 different diabetic medications, including MOUNJARO. Now he just is on MOUNJARO. every other week. 10 every other week. He just went to the doctor Monday. He's going to be doing 10 every other week. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, it's a life changer. These medications are life changers. You know, you're going to have longevity. You're going to have a better quality of life. You're going to have more energy. You're going to be able to move around more. You're going to be happier, friend. And you're going to be in the streets. You're damn sure going to be in the streets, because now you have this beautiful body to show off that you're proud of now. Now you're able to get dressed up and wear things that you always wanted to wear. You're not out in all of these uncomfortable clothes with your beautiful bodies covered up anymore. You understand what I'm saying? Now you can see your face without all of the, with all of that extra rolls. You understand what I'm saying? You can look into the mirror and see the person of how you feel on the inside. And I love that for you all. I just wish more people knew. I wish more people knew. You understand? And I wish more people would give their bodies grace when they first start. Because all the things that I'm saying, if you're not experiencing those things just yet, friend, give yourself some grace. It's coming. I promise you. Being compliant. You don't need a discount code, Pam. All you have to do is click this picture twice. Go to my profile page and look for the LINK. You're going to see everything. It's so self-explanatory. Everything you need to see will be right there on TikTok. Okay. You're gonna have this confidence about yourself that it's nothing nobody gonna be able to tell you. Just your presence alone, like you know how they say people be having a vibe? Your vibe is gonna change with GLP-1s. Not to mention, and that's just the vibe. Not to mention and vibes are subjective, meaning it's just how you feel. That's a subjective assessment. But an objective assessment is your labs. Once you see that A1C level come down, once you see that blood pressure come down, all of these, your sleep apnea, you're no longer having to sleep with your what do you call that? CPAPs and BiPAPs and all of those things, or you're changing from BiPAP to CPAP. Those of you who have sleep apnea, you know what I'm talking about. Just the little things, and that's actually not a little thing; it's a big thing. You're able to just wake up and feel refreshed and get up out of the bed, and you're not, it's not like you're walking on pins and needles, y'all. I remember when I was at my heaviest, I would dread getting up out of my bed. Thank you, Michelle. Girl, it would take me so long to get up out of my bed because I knew the first couple steps. Y'all raise your hand in the chat if you know what I'm talking about. The first couple steps when you done slept all night long. The first couple steps when you get out the damn bed. Lord have mercy. It was like lightning going through my bottom of my feet up and behind my calves. Oh my gosh. In my 30s and in my 40s. Like, are you kidding me? 9-scale victory feels so good to tuck my shirt in now that I'm smaller. Speak on it, Lo. Drop you some 9-scale victories in the chat. I would dream of this medicine. Right, Vasan. It's so crazy, and I just love that for us. I talk about, when people almost get to their goals. For the 150 people who are in the chat, if you are new here, click this picture. Make sure you're following me. Turn your notification bells on so you know when I'm live. For those of you who are meeting me for the very first time, my name is KEASHA DIXON, you guys. I'm a registered nurse right here in Houston, Texas, honey. I work at the #1 trauma center here in Texas. You guys, I work under the umbrella of emergency room medicine. I'm also a charge nurse, one of the charge nurses of a 20-bed outpatient unit at that same hospital. I'm a patient and a partner of Amble Health. Amble is a telehealth company that connects you with an obesity trained specialist that will get you your own personalized script to help you get to your goal. If that is you and you want to be under the umbrella of a clinician, click this picture right here. It'll bring you to my profile page on TikTok and look for the LINK and you'll see everything you need, friend. Okay. And then make sure you connect with me. Make sure you turn your notification bells on because I'm on at least 3 days just 3 days a week. Y'all had went down a little bit because of all the stuff that's going on. The algorithm change and stuff that's going on with TikTok. They doing a lot right now. Thank you, friend. I'm just trying to play it cool, but I'm still showing up. You understand? I'm still going to show up for you all. I'm still going to remind you of what your meds are, how they work. I'm going to remind you of how to treat your side effects. I'm so cold. It's cold in my house. Have y'all turned y'all units off yet? Y'all know I turned my air conditioner off for the season. I'm waiting for it to get really cold to put the heat on. I'm tired of my light bill being $600. The unit has been off for a week now. I'm still cold. That's how cold it is outside. But I'm going to continue to show up to teach you guys about your medicines so you know how they work, because I need you guys to understand how your medicines work. If you understand how your medicines work, that's how you get empowered. So when you start stalling, you know it's not that your medicine is not working. It's just something that you're going to experience along the way. Girl, y'all got the heater on already? Oh no. No. It's not time for the heat. It's time to turn the units off and get your heating blankets. Okay? There's a little sabbatical where you have to rest your units. You got to rest your units for about 6 weeks. I turn mine off for about 6 weeks, y'all. Every year we're at that phase where we get the heating blankets out. We have heating pads. Yes, you can put your fireplace on. Yes, come on, Sandy. It's that time, y'all. Hey, Mama Jens. So what we do is we crack a window downstairs and we crack a window upstairs, and we use heat pads because we got to rest our units for about 6 weeks. So you got to change those light bills from $600, let it get down to $2. Once it get down to $2, okay, now you can put your heat on. 36, Takesha, where you at? Takesha says it's gonna be. Oh, okay, wait. Okay, now I am talking about us down here in the South. Down here in the South, you know, Texas, Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi, us. Now, if y'all up north, okay, all right, yeah, y'all been having to need y'all heater on. Now, I'm not talking about y'all. Sorry. Heat on plastic up to the window is, it's cold in Cleveland. Yeah. Charlotte says she go to bed with her socks on. Girl, I got my mountain socks on right now. Have you transformed your house to fall yet? Mama Jens, yes. Look, girl. I done did a lot of things. Everything is fall in here. I did. I'm in Florida. I'm still in the 80s. Yeah, it's time for you. Yeah, Alicia, it's time for it's time for us down south. You know, we're resting our units right now. The Texas outback is cold here at our Rentito. Oh, Tia, how cold is it? Anita says she sleep with her heating pad. Same, friend. Beautifully Tied is asking me, am I doing a new theme for Christmas this year? So you know what, friend? Honestly, with the way the economy is going, I'm trying to decide whether or not I'm going to spend money this Christmas. That's what, you know, me and my family trying to decide if we're going to put money in the economy, you know, because people not doing well. People not doing well. They're holding like food stamps and stuff from people, you know, people not doing really well. So I don't really feel in the holiday spirit, honestly, if I'm being honest. You know, I feel like I might do something really simple. I may not put my big tree up. I know that we're going to cook for homeless, you know, which is something I should have been doing. But I think I'm just going to tap into taking care of other people this season and not spend money on myself or my family. So I don't feel festive, y'all. They have a lot of people suffering right now. And it's like, how can I be out here spending frivolous money, doing all of this elaborate, you know? I think I'm gonna just not buy anything, recycle something, and cook for the homeless, and I know I'm gonna be going through my closet, my husband's closet, my daughter's. We're gonna be giving away a lot of clothes. I was actually asking my best friend where to bring clothes, because I don't know. I got a lot of. I'm doing a lot of charity work this season, because it's some things that I'm asking God for that I need to give in order to receive. So that's where I'm at. So yes, we're gonna cook for Thanksgiving. We're gonna cook for Christmas, but I'm not gonna buy anything. I'm gonna give. I got a lot of stuff to give away. Rocio said, "You definitely have a stash from the past to decorate." Yeah, friend. I think I'm a recycle. I don't know. I'm gonna see what my husband want to do. If he wants to put the big tree up, we can. If he don't, I ain't even gonna hold him. Okay. Tia says, "I like Thanksgiving more than Christmas." Girl, I like it all. You know, Thanksgiving is my holiday, honey. Thanksgiving is my holiday. I could work for Christmas. I don't have no babies, but I like Thanksgiving because it's more family oriented. You know, it's more family oriented. Christmas is more about gift giving for the kids, and I don't have no babies, so I just like to decorate. I just like stuff to be pretty. But anyway, let me just get back into. I don't want to lose any more people because I know this is a GLP-1 live. For the 123 people who are in the live, y'all, first of all, thank you guys for being up with me this late. I try to come on as early as I can, but y'all know I'm a night nurse, so y'all nurse be moving around a little slow. Okay, Miss Hattie says, "I'm a registered surgical RN. Celebrate Christmas with your family. Happy Thanksgiving." Thank you, Miss Hattie. I will. Okay, so getting back into GLP-1s. So y'all know every single live, I pretty much recycle like the education because people be on live. We have a lot of creators that are on live sharing their journeys. I try to keep it more of a educational live. So if you guys have any questions about anything, please drop it in the chat so that we can talk about it. Y'all know I keep my little medical journal app open. I keep chat GPT open. So anytime anyone drops a topic in the chat, we pretty much go from there. The last couple of lives, we talked about how drinking alcohol can affect stalls. We talked about things that you can do if you're in a stall, things that you can ask your clinicians for. We talked about when you are sometimes into your journey, like say for instance, you are maybe a year into your journey and you feel like your meds are no longer working. A lot of people think their meds, that like their body is not responding to the medicines anymore, but it's not true. Sweet, is it? Oh, I don't know how to pronounce your name. Kamani? Am I saying it right? Kamani? She says that she's in a 3-month stall. What can you use for concentration? What you mean, friend? Oh, you mean like mental concentration? I'm sorry. Whoever I sent that invite to, I didn't mean to send the invite. I didn't mean to send an invite, friend.
Oh, you did it?
Sorry.
You sure?
I'm so sorry. I did not mean to send you the invite. So you drop down?
Nah, I can't.
Okay, well, I'm going to dismiss you.
What'd you say?
Can you please drop down?
Nah, you stuck.
Oh, man.
What you gonna do?
I don't want to be disrespectful.
What you gonna do about it?
But can you come show me how to drop this dude down off my live? Let's see. You don't want to leave? Okay. I thought that would get him. God damn. Golly. That is so crazy. Wow. He's like, nope. Oh, okay. I don't want to be disrespectful because I can't be. Y'all, this world is so crazy. All I had to do was say, babe. Damn. That's crazy.
That's why I left it.
Wow. Anyway, I I don't know if he was in the chat. I don't know if he was in the chat, but I think he was in the chat, and I was trying to talk with, let's see, what was Sweet Kamini. Girl, I know I'm probably butchering your name. Okay, but I know that you were saying that you're in a stall. Okay, so here's the thing, friend. So let's just talk about stalls. First of all, let me just say this. Thank you, friend. Let me just say this. Stalls on your GLP-1 journey is normal. Okay, so it's very normal for you to stall. And what does a stall looks like? Thank you, girl. Listen, friend, me and you thinking the same thing. Van Zandt said, what technically is a stall? What qualifies as a stall? So a stall basically means you're doing everything right. You are being consistent. You're being compliant. You're moving your body. You're fiber forward, protein forward, low fat, low carbs. You're doing everything right, and you stop seeing LBs down on the scale. I would say within a 4 to 6 week period. Okay, if you don't see anything going on the scale, then you are actively like stalling. So what can you do? The first thing I would tell you to do is to increase your protein, because a lot of times we stall because of dietary purposes. You know, it's something that we may or may not, there's some things that we may not be doing right. We may not be protein forward. We may not be fiber forward. We may be eating too many carbs, you know, that will stall you. If you are working out and you're building muscle, you probably will think that you are stalling, but you're not really stalling. What's really happening is you're building muscle, and your muscle mass weighs more than your adipose. So you're really getting fine, but you think you're stalling. Okay. Another thing that could be happening is, are you eating enough? You might not be eating enough food. If you're not eating enough food, although you're supposed to be in a healthy calorie deficit, you have to meet your calorie deficit every single day, right? So if you're not eating enough food, then your body is going to hold on to every single thing that you eat and drink, right? Now, if you are truly stalling, there's several things that you can do, friend. First, like I said, increase your protein. Make sure you're getting your protein in, because with protein, if you are meeting your protein goals, your protein is going to help increase your metabolism. Okay, you don't want to have your metabolism going up and down because you're not getting enough protein in. Because when your metabolism goes down, then you're not burning adipose the way you need to burn adipose. So you want to make sure you get enough protein in. Another thing that you can do is ask your clinician to increase your dose. Whatever dose you're on, everybody is going to, every single person, hold on, y'all.
I'm not going to warm it back up. It's cool. Listen.
That's good. Is it chicken? Mm-hmm. Okay. Sorry, y'all. Every single dose that you take, your body is going to build up a tolerance for it. Even if you're on the highest dose. If your doctor, there's been a lot of clinicians who have taken their patients from a 15 to a 12.5, and it spiked it boosts their metabolism. It changed them. So either increase your dose or decrease your dose. Another thing that doctors have been doing is they will do what's called a reset, where they'll take you off of your GLP-1 for 4 weeks and then restart you at 2.5, start over. Or they'll complement your GLP-1 by putting you on something like a Contrave, Casimia, metformin. Y'all know metformin is really good. Metformin is something that you can really get easy, and it's very cheap. It increases your insulin sensitivity, just like GLP-1s. So whenever I see someone in the chat and they tell me, "Oh, I'm on a GLP-1 and my doctor put me on metformin," I love to hear that, because I understand what your doctor is doing. Your doctor is giving you more insulin sensitivity. That way, your body is able to burn more carbs and more fats and metabolize them and store them the way they need to. So that's a really good regimen, adding metformin. My grandma lost 59 on metformin. And you know what, Van Zandt, now that you're saying that, girl, I can remember back in the day when I was having, when I first got married, and I wanted to have a little baby, honey, and I was having fertility issues. the very first thing that my doctor, his name was Dr. Kenneth Christrup, he put me on metformin, and he put me on something else. Guess what? Your girl was pregnant the next month. Oh, Lily, you're on both? Friend, that is great. It was step therapy before she got, oh, okay. Do y'all understand what step therapy is? When Van Zandt says that her loved one was on step therapy, do y'all understand what step therapy is? And this is very important for those of you who are getting your GLPs through insurance. No, Nita, okay, let me explain it to you. So, for a person who has insurance, I always tell patients, if you have insurance, look at your formularies or call your pharmacy benefits managers to see whether or not you have any of the GLP ones, liraglutide, dulaglutide, semaglutide, or tirzepatide on your formularies. Now, sometimes you will have them on there, but they will require you to do what's called a prior authorization. And they will want you to do what's called step therapy. Step therapy is where they would want you to take a medication that's in the same family, that is way cheaper, that provides the same medical outcome. Okay. Now, it may not be injectable. A lot of times it's pill form. And they may not have the same mechanism of action, meaning they may not get you to the medical outcome the same way, but at the end of the day, you get to the medical outcome the same way. So there are some people who can take a metformin and lose that amount of weight, because one of the things that, one of the side effects of metformin is appetite suppression. Yep, after watching your video, I asked my doctor for metformin. Very good. Okay, so did you see a difference? Have you seen a difference since you've been on metformin? Have you seen a difference, boo? Thank you for dropping the FYP. For the 143 people who are in the chat, if you are new here, click this picture and make sure you're following me. Turn your notification bells on so you know when I'm live. If you're meeting me for the very first time, my name is Keisha, you guys. I'm a registered nurse. I work under the umbrella of emergency room medicine. I'm a charge nurse of a 20-bed outpatient unit. I'm a patient and partner of Amble Health. You guys, this is a Amble sponsor live. So if you are someone who wants to be under the umbrella of a medical professional using GLPs, all you have to do is click this picture twice. It'll bring you to my profile page on TikTok. Look for the LINK on TikTok, okay? So Lily says that she's doing great with metformin. So if you are someone who is on GLPs and you are doing 1.1 to 2.2 lbs down every week, I want to tell you that you are doing amazing. Okay. Now there are some of us who would want things to move a little bit faster, and it's okay. You know, it's okay if you want things to move a little bit faster, but not too fast. Okay, you don't want to have skin elasticity issues. You don't want your hair to fall out. You know, you don't want to have issues because you're doing too much too soon. Okay, Pete says, I was on metformin for years. My A1C continued to increase. Wow. And you know what that says to me, Pete? You know how I have said this so many times. Not all GLP-1s are the same. And not all meds that treat diabetes are the same. That's why they have so many. And this is one of the reasons, which is a great point, Pete. If you're on a GLP-1 medication, including TIRZ, and you feel like, okay, I've been on this medicine for quite some time, I'm not seeing any results anymore, you know, it's still some things that I want to do, it's some goals I want to get to, then you may need to switch. You may need to switch. We learned the other week that we have liraglutide, which is your Saxenda and your Victoza. I know a lot of people who have had great success on those MEDs. Or you have your dulaglutide, which is Trulicity. Okay, then you have your semaglutides, that's your Rybelsus. You have Ozempic. You have Wegovy. The difference between Ozempic and Wegovy is purely dosing. If you're getting it branded, a diabetic will be prescribed Ozempic. A person who has obesity will be prescribed Wegovy, because Wegovy is dosed higher. If you have diabetes, your doctor is not going to give you Wegovy. And then if you are getting branded versions of Tirzepatide, if you are a diabetic, your doctor is going to prescribe MOUNJARO for you. If you have sleep apnea now, your doctor is going to provide, is it Zepbound? Zepbound. Help me, y'all. Which one is FDA approved for sleep apnea? Is it MOUNJARO or is it Zepbound? I can't remember. I know it's Tirzepatide. Help me. Man, you smell good. You have on man. I'm thinking that's my favorite scent. And then the other one, Yashaka, is it Siaka Shadow?
Yeah.
How you say it? Shayaka Shadow?
You're saying it better than me. I'm butchered.
I love it. Is Zepbound salsa? Let me confirm with ChatGPT. Which branded version of Tirzepatide has been FDA approved now for sleep apnea? Okay, let me see, baby. So it says, so you're right, boo. The branded version is Zepbound, which was approved by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration on December 20th, 2024. Damn, I didn't even know it was that long. I thought this just happened. For treatment of moderate to severe obstructive sleep apnea in adults with obesity. Yeah, great. That's amazing. Which of the GLP-1s have been FDA approved for PCOS? Do y'all know that one? Some people are saying MOUNJARO. Salsa says none. So it's saying that none are, but I thought it was Saxenda. Was Saxenda ever considered in the running to be FDA approved for PCOS? No. Okay. Oh, okay. Correction. Yeah, Saxenda is for diabetes. It says this is ChatGPT. It says Saxenda is FDA approved for chronic weight management in adults with a BMI greater than 30. It says there has been at least one phase 3 clinical trial using liraglutide 3 milligrams, which is Saxenda, in obese women with PCOS, looking at weight loss, body composition, hormonal, and metabolic parameters. Okay. Let me see if they will tell us. Which study was this found in? It doesn't tell the name of the study. Okay, I thought Saxenda was FDA approved for PCOS. So for clarification, there is no GLP-1 MED that has been FDA approved for PCOS, correct? Okay. Oh, Lord, it's going to town. Okay. All right. So it says multiple clinical trials like NCTO 3480022 and smaller pilot studies show that GLP-1s can reduce insulin resistance, weight, and androgen levels in women with PCOS. However, the FDA has not granted an official indication for PCOS because more large-scale long-term data are needed to confirm safety and efficacy for reproductive hormonal outcomes, y'all. It says many endocrinologists, obesity specialists, and reproductive endocrinologists prescribe GLP-1s off-label for PCOS when metabolic syndrome, insulin resistance, or obesity is present. That use remains clinically supported but not FDA approved, meaning it's at the provider's discretion and insurance coverage, whether or not someone can get that. Okay, so we knew that. I was hoping that there would be a change, but there is not. So okay. So we have to continue to get our medications compounded if we are just healthy adults who have insulin resistance and PCOS, because the insurance companies are not covering Zepbound or Wegovy for PCOS. Is there anybody in the chat whose insurance is covering them for PCOS? Is that on anybody's formulary? PCOS or obesity? My insurance company used to cover Wegovy, but honey, they stopped that. You have both what, baby? You have PCOS and obesity. You have both what, Queen? I remember, y'all, we used to be able to come on here and talk about diagnosis codes that you can use. It used to be so easy. Well, not really easy, but we used to be able to get prior authorizations approved. Y'all remember when we used to come on here and we would give each other the codes, the diagnosis codes, and stuff that we would be able to go back and tell our doctors, try this, do that. Child, that shit don't work no more. Queen says she has PCOS, obesity, and an irregular thyroid. What is the probability of a prior authorization being approved if a patient has PCOS, obesity, and or irregular thyroid? I hope I said that right. Ultimately it's going to depend on, I'm just being hypothetical. Ultimately it's going to depend on what your job covers, what your insurance covers, and what your prior authorization requirements are. But those insurance, man, that's crazy. But friend, just speaking to thyroid irregularities, it says thyroid irregularities may complicate the picture because some GLP-1s carry warnings about thyroid cell concerns, but we know that the concern for the thyroid is MTC, which is medullary thyroid cancer. And just because a person has thyroid irregularities, as long it doesn't mean that you cannot take a GLP-1. There's a lot of people who have thyroid irregularities who take GLP-1s and they do amazing. So it's MTC that we're pretty much worried about with people who have thyroid issues. For the 133 people who are in the chat, if you're not yet following me, click this picture. Make sure you're following me. Turn your notification bells on. And thank you guys so much for getting me up to 26.2K likes in the live. Let me just scan the chat to make sure I'm not missing anything, y'all. Miss Van Zandt says, I'm worried about people losing coverage in January. Miss Van Zandt, what's going to happen in January? Oh my God. What am I missing? For real says, my insurance is still not approving it, baby. We gonna have a hard time getting these GLP-1s approved. But one thing I can say and I can appreciate is that our diabetics are not having any problems getting their medicines approved. Our patients who have sleep apnea are not having issues. So, I mean, I thank God for that, for them at the very least, because the medicine was made for them. My insurance doesn't cover any reason except for diabetes. Wow. And listen, friend, you know, there used to be a time where even if GLP-1s was not on your formulary, there was a criteria that your GLP-1 script would fall to for obesity. Better? Okay, good. Child, we don't even have that anymore. We don't even have that anymore. Many will lose coverage. Oh, in January. Okay, hold on. Let me go back and see what Van Zandt said. Oh, she says, I just saw this on an app. People talking about it, so people are joining Amble and other telehealth companies. You know, I've always said, even when I was getting my meds covered through insurance, y'all, I always had a telehealth company in my back pocket. The very first one was
Mochi.
not Mochi, baby. The one before that. Help me, y'all. What was the very first one that we used to use back in the day? We all used it. Golly, what's the name of it? Push Health. That's where I met Aaron. What about Byetta, baby? No. I'm not talking about the GLP one, the first GLP one. Yeah, Byetta was the very first GLP one. I'm talking about the very first telehealth company that we used to use back in the day was Push Health. And then I went from Push, then I went to Mochi, and then Amble. And I'm so glad y'all turned me on to Amble because I didn't know anything about Amble. My chat told me about Amble. Well, I would suggest you go where it is most affordable for you, if I'm being honest. You know, I have to be a nurse first, even though I am a partner of Amble Health. I just would advise you to go where you can afford your medicine, because at the end of the day, I just want you guys to be able to get your medicines. You know, and I can't tell you what company is out there because I only concern myself with Amble. I do know that we do offer month-to-month plans. You can order 3, 6, 9, 12 months worth of medicine at a time. We don't charge physician fees. You don't have to worry about shipping. It's meant to be a quick service. You do everything through your patient portal. There are some states that do require virtual visits. Some people like that. Some people don't. I personally don't. I'm so glad I don't live in a state where I got to talk to somebody face-to-face every month. I don't have time for it. I just want to go on my patient portal, answer my little quick questions, and my medicine be at my doorstep. That's just, it's meant to be quick and convenient. We don't ask you to do labs unless you are wanting something like a tesamorelin, or you have A1C levels that the docs may be curious about because you're on certain type of medications. But primarily, we don't ask you to do that. AMBLE, Amble. If you click this picture twice right here, it'll bring you to my profile page on TikTok and click on the LINK, and you'll see everything you need to see, baby. Amble. I'm probably still spelling it wrong. AMBLE. Yes, thank you, baby. Let me pin it. Amble Health. Oh, it wouldn't let me pin it. I wish it would cover. Friend, the thing about it is when it comes to coverage of GLP-1s, y'all, it's like, will we ever get coverage, y'all? This medicine is so popular, and not even about the lbs that you get down on the scale. It helps cardiovascular disease, patients who suffer with, hypertension, high cholesterol, people who have high triglycerides, y'all. And it does amazing work for diabetes. Y'all know patients who have diabetes, they have a long, that diagnosis right there is very scary. It's very scary to know that your pancreas is not giving you enough insulin for you to be able to break down carbs and stuff, and that you are susceptible for poor wound healing. That if you get the common cold, your common cold ain't like everybody common cold. You know, you can't get sores on your feet. You can't get no sores on your anywhere, because the healing is so slow. And then not to mention, if it continues to be uncontrolled, it does wonder, you know, it goes to work on your kidneys. You know, yes, Crystal says it helps people with addiction disorders. There's some clinical trials going on right now for that. And Lord, I pray and ask God that they are able to create a dose for those patients, for that patient specific population, that taps into their satiety portions of their brains, to help them feel satisfied, so they don't feel like they need to do all of those things. Because I just can't imagine. I can't imagine that life. How does maintenance work on tirzepatide? So what I did was, friends, so maintenance is when you get to the point in your journey where you're no longer wanting to see pounds down on the scale. So you have to make sure that you are on MEDs that prevent you from overeating, but also prevent you from continuing to lose weight. So what I personally did was I went all the way up to 15. I stayed on 15 for 2 months, and then I started to go titrate myself down until my food noise was loud. Now, if you are someone who has a lot of food noise and your food noise is loud, be very comfortable with being on a high dose of your TIRZ to be able to quiet the food noise in your brain. Okay? Because I'm the type of person, my food noise get the best of me. Whatever it is my brain tell me to go eat, I have to go eat it. I don't know how to fight my cravings. So I just make sure I take my injection every week, and I take my plume every other day to keep me from doing too much. And for those of you who don't know what plume is a MED that is over the counter. You can get it on the WEB at Take Plume. Just make sure when you check out, you use code Nurse K. You can get what's called Hunger Houdini and Hunger Taker, and it works amazing for food consumption impulses. Hunger Houdini or Hunger Taker. I take them both every other day because my food noise is loud. I love to eat. Love it. I love to eat, girl, and I love a cute cocktail. So in order for me to live my life peacefully, I have to take my MEDs, my GLP-1s every week. I cannot miss. I personally can't miss. I'm not the type of person that can go 9, 10 days, 14 days, because I'll be eating up everything. Everything. And I don't feel guilty. I just be like, well, this is what my body wants. So, but if I take my plume every other day, this right here, y'all, if I take my plume every other day with my GLP-1, I'll have not a problem. Not a problem. I still like indulge in some things, but it's not like talking. Like this little drink, y'all, I've been nursing this little drink for about 3 hours now. You know, because I don't follow I'm not restrictive with my diet. I eat, drink what I want. I just do it in moderation. And you learn that, you know, I'm 3 years in. I've learned what to do, what not to do. I detox faithfully. I make sure I take my Belly Welly, y'all. I make sure I take my greens. I've been doing a new greens, y'all. It's called Hona. It's so good. It's a tropical flavor. I need to do a video on that when I get off live, because I've been taking it for some time, and it's so good. And it's and they come in single packs. Do I intermittent fast when I work? 3 nights a week, girl. When I work, I'll eat before I leave home. I'll make me my little protein drink to bring to work. I make sure I drink my protein drink by 10. And I won't eat again until like I wake up the next day. So that's a long time. I go a long time fasting. And I only work 3 days a week. So I only do it 3 days a week. So on my off days, the very first day that I'm off, I eat something real dense, like a steak, or some pork chops. I eat something real dense, and I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. I'll eat pork chops, like grilled pork chops on the Blackstone, or a steak off the grill, but it has to be real dense because I could feel my body be hungry, like my body be wanting the nourishment. So I've taught myself not to do too many carbs. If I'm gonna do carbs, it's gonna be in a drink. I don't really eat carbs like that. Your body don't know the difference. So if I'm going to do carbs, it's going to be very, very minuscule as far as eating it, because I already know I'm going to want a cocktail. So it's like you got to get creative when you are on your journey. You have to know what you can eat, what you can't eat, when to start eating, when to stop eating, how much to eat. You have to learn how to use your tools like your MyFitnessPal, your TDEE calculators, and your Lose It apps. There's another one. What's the free app, y'all, that you can use and scan groceries with? There's one. I can't remember the name. Someone told me once, and I screenshot it and was deleting stuff out of my phone and deleted it and never was able to find it. But y'all know MyFitnessPal used to let us scan groceries free. Now they charge you. But there's another app that lets you scan your groceries, and it'll tell you how much, how much of whatever it is that you're going to eat, how many calories, carbs, and stuff like that. And y'all want me to be real honest with y'all? The only time I use, is it Carb Manager? The only time I want to scan something is when I'm drinking something. Like if I go to the grocery store and I'm going to buy a bottle of champagne, I want to scan it because I want to see how much I can drink. Or if I'm making, like, me and my daughter, we've been using this little thing right here. We've been using our little, Ninja blender thing. We'll put sugar-free juice in here. We'll put VODKA in here. Or the tea one. We'll put that in here. And we'll make us a little frozen drink. So even though I'm drinking a little cocktail, it's still like, it ain't really like a real cocktail. You understand what I'm saying? Like it'd be like a low carb cocktail or whatever. Just watch your video on abdominal pain. You did. Did you learn something, friend? Were you able to learn from it? I pride myself on making videos that you guys can understand. I try not to talk too clinical. Good, friend. Thank you. Does Plume help you if you want to have a cocktail? So it just keeps you from overindulging. The Plume helps. The Plume, let me tell you what Plume does for me. Remember I said I love to eat. I love to eat. Like I like to eat a lot. I like to eat a lot of food. So it just prevents me from overeating, and it prevents me from overindulging, because let me tell you something. Before I got on GLP-1s, I was the type of girl that could drink you under a table. Under a table. So the fact that I just do like one drink, I probably drink maybe 3 nights a week, y'all, just like socially. One little cocktail, one little mocktail or whatever. Whereas, baby, listen now, y'all remember, I'm a nurse that works in a highly volatile service line, emergency medicine. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if I could give y'all a penny for every time I said, "Oh Lord, I need a drink. Y'all would be rich. Oh Lord, I cannot wait to get home to drink me a glass of wine." Because, man, the things that I have seen, the things that I have witnessed, the bones, the things that I have seen, child, it's crazy. Someone was asking, hold on, let me do my little puzzle. Oh, that looked like Houston, Texas skyline. What do I weigh now? I got on the scale. I didn't weigh today. The last time I got on my scale, I was 169, friend. I like to be between 165 and 175. So I'm kind of like in the middle. Usually when I get after my fast, Like when I work my 3 days and my 3 days out the week, at the end of my fast, that's when my weight is closest to 165. But then on my first day off, like today is my first day off. Look what I got in my hand. You understand? I got a little drink, and I got a little drink in my hand. I don't know. Oh, I was gonna say I don't know what we're gonna eat, but I do. My husband ordered some combination rice. I'm gonna eat me some rice. So I'm pretty sure that 169 tomorrow or the day after is gonna be like 172. Because again, I don't restrict myself. Hey, Nurse Nikki, how are you? Thank you, friend. Thank you, pretty girl Pierce. And it's so good to see you. It is so good to see you. Hey, Crafty T Designs, how are you? It's so good to see you guys. Does anybody have any questions? Because y'all know I sleep days. I'm up nights. The only reason why my makeup is done, well, it's halfway done, is because I have some videos to record. So I'll be recording from about 11 to 1 a.m. Ain't that crazy? I got to get it in, child. She got to get it in one way or another. So just like you guys probably about to go to bed, child, I just got up at about 5, 6 o'clock. So I come on, I do my priority, which is y'all are always my priority. Make sure you guys are straight. Make sure you guys don't need anything. Make sure you guys questions are asked. Will this live be on YouTube? I missed most of it. Yes, baby, it will. And that's another thing I'm committing to is going back to YouTube. Y'all know I'm going back to YouTube. TikTok is acting crazy. So I'm going back to educating on YouTube. I have such a big following. Like, I have a good following over there. And I don't even be posting like I should. But that's another thing. I'm going to be recording a video for YouTube tonight. Nurse Nikki, are you at work right now? What can I do to help with PCOS? I see my OBGYN tomorrow. So really and truly, Queen, the way your clinician will treat PCOS is what they would treat your symptoms, friend. And if you're not on a GLP-1, that's the best thing you need for PCOS. Ask your doctor to, I don't know if your insurance covers GLP-1s, but that's the best thing for PCOS right now. You have your liraglutides, that's your Saxenda and Victoza. You have dulaglutide, which is Trulicity, and then you have semaglutide and tirzepatide. So you ask your doctor to put you on a GLP-1 and see if it's on your formulary. If it's not on your formulary, then you come right over here to my profile page on TikTok and go and click the LINK, and Amber will get you what you need. You off tonight? Girl, same, Nikki. Same. I love night shift. I love night shift. I love it. I love it. I love it. I wouldn't change it for the world. I love it. But I stopped. My insurance won't cover it. Semaglutide. I was on it for 3 months. Queen, you need to get back on it. You need to get back on it because if you have PCOS, baby, 9 times out of 10, you have insulin resistance. And when you have insulin resistance, it's like your body. So you definitely have a metabolic issue because you have PCOS and you probably you're symptomatic for PCOS. And we already said that GLP-1s help change you metabolically. And one of the biggest thing it does is make you more insulin sensitive. And when your body becomes more insulin sensitive, you have a metabolic shift for the positive, which will help to straighten up some of those PCOS symptoms that you may be having, boo. 7 on, 7 off. Oh my God, girl, you work like you work offshore. I can't do 7 days in a row. Well, I mean, probably if I wasn't under the umbrella of emergency room medicine, I could. But girl, on my third night, I'm hell to work with. I have no patience. I'm hell to work with. That's why, I just do my 3 nights a week. My very first night, I'm the sweetest nurse. Oh, y'all, I'm the sweetest charge nurse. Let me do this. Let me help y'all with this. Friend, you need this. You need that. You need this. Day 2, I'm like, okay, y'all, let's make sure we stay on task. Let's make sure we do this. Everybody help one another. I want everything copacetic. On that third night, I'm like, okay, look, we had this conversation yesterday. I don't want nobody. I need everybody to help each other. Y'all, I'm not waiting on y'all when it's time for me to clock out. Whatever y'all haven't done is not done. Make sure y'all get y'all work. At 5 o'clock, I'm making sure everybody have their shit done. Because at 7:08, I'm gone. Whatever y'all ain't had done, that's it. I'm hell on that third night. Hell. Already, I'm not eating. Remember, I fast. So I'm not eating. If some shit done popped off that done happened, that now I gotta go home because I done seen something that done freaked me out. So I ain't sleeping because it takes a while when you come out the ER. It takes a while for you to calm down because mind you, you got people that's hurt. You got motor vehicle accidents. You got you got people that done chop each other up. You got people preying on children. You understand what I'm saying? You got men beating women. Y'all, we live in the SEX trafficking city in the world. Y'all, I want to say every freaking weekend a girl done jump out somebody's car. You understand what I'm saying? I done seen some stuff. And it's like when I get home, I just don't have nothing left to give, and it's like I gotta calm down, I got to calm down. It takes me a long time to get out the bathtub because I'm just sitting there just praying and asking God, please just, calm my mind, help this person. Like, you bring stuff home with you. So it's like I'm already not eating. I can't sleep. So by that third night, and not to mention the hospital that I work at is across the street. Well, I work in a medical center. And if you know Houston, Texas, downtown in the medical center, every building is a hospital. Every building is a hospital or a rehab or a SNF, short-term acute care, or, something like that. Every one of them. Or a school, a nursing school, or a medical school. It's just a city of medical people, right? So right in the middle of the medical center is the park. And that's where the homeless people is at. And the biggest issue with homeless people is mental illness. Y'all, I get called out my name. Listen, child, they want to fight you. They throw pee at you. They spit at you. It's just a lot. So it's like on the third night, I'm like, Mr. Williams, you got one more time to call me out my name. One more time. Now, if you're going to talk to me like that, I'm not coming back in here. You need me. You came to this hospital. Now you want my help? Like, that's how I be on my third. On the first night, I'd be like, oh, y'all, he don't mean no, it's cold outside. Y'all just get him something to eat. Just put a blanket on him, y'all. He just, but that third night, Mr. Williams, call me out my name one more time. Call me out my name one more time. Yes, friend. Yes. My friend says, Geraldine says, yes, the zoo, the homeless folks everywhere downtown. It's crazy. It's crazy. Y'all, the other day I was leaving work and I didn't have gas. My husband usually puts gas in my car, but my husband he's been sick, y'all. Today is the first day I've seen him really get up. He didn't put gas in my car. So I'm like, damn, I got to stop at the gas station in the medical center on my way home. And I hate it because there's nothing but homeless people everywhere. So I called my dad. So my husband was sick. Called my dad. I'm on the phone with my daddy. And my daddy was like, he said, just take your pepper spray out with you. Take your keys out the car and I'm going to stay on the phone. So I said, now here they come. I'm talking about the homeless people. Here they come. And my daddy said, just don't make no eye contact, whatever. And so the man came up to the window before I got out the car and he just had his hand out. I said, I don't have any money. I said, are you hungry? He said, yes. Child, I gave him a peach. Let me show you how pretty my peaches are. He threw that peach at me. Hold on, let me show y'all. I said to myself, I will never. Girl, he threw the peach at my back window as I drove off. Hold on. Y'all, this is how I package my peaches. Oh Lord, hold on. Because I love me a cute little peach now. This be one of my little snacks. So I had a peach just like this, y'all. Let me show you how pretty it is. I was so mad with that bastard. Look how. Okay, he said he was hungry. I had a peach. I gave it to him. Just like this. I cracked the window, you know, not where he can reach in or spit in the car. You know, homeless people, you just be never knowing what they're gonna do. Child, I rolled that little window down, and here I am. I gave it to him like this on my way out because he was still standing there after I had pumped my gas. Gave it to him like this. Child, I drove off. He threw the peach at the car. This what I be dealing with. I wanted so bad to stop that damn car and just to throw that car in reverse and run his ass over. When I tell you, you know how you be seeing people that be doing stuff and you be like, they wasn't in their right mind. Like, what would make them do that? Road rage stuff? That stuff is real because I promise you, when that peach hit my back window, I wanted to throw that car in reverse and just... Homeless people not no joke. Homeless people are not no joke. So that was the last time. And my dad always said, you have to give. They ask you, you know, if you have something in your car, just roll the window out, roll the window down and just drop it out. He said, they're going to pick it up. I'm not doing that no more. My dad be saying, you never know, that might be Jesus. I'm not doing that no more. God going to have to get it another way. He could have broke my window, but it didn't hit the window. It hit the, you know, I have a crossover. So it didn't hit the window, but it hit the trunk part. Can you imagine? Look at my beautiful peach. Why? Never again. He threw the peach at the back window. I guess he said, I ain't asked you for that. You know I want some money to go ahead and get some alcohol. A waste. I'm telling you. And it was still, look, Armando, it was still in the bag like this on the ground, friend. It was still like this on the ground. So yeah, Houston Medical Center is not no joke. So I applaud any healthcare worker. I don't care what you do. I don't care if you in there and you work in housekeeping or you work in the kitchen. I applaud anybody who work downtown in the medical center because we be getting our behinds handed to us by a lot of sick people and homeless. But anyway, I just wanted to make y'all laugh about that. If y'all could have seen my face, I was mad. God had to really hold on to me because, baby, and you know when your mind tell you, when your mind, because you know some people could think some very evil things. You know, I can think of evil thing. You know, if somebody do me something, and when he threw that damn peach, I didn't have to give you my peach. When that peach hit that damn car, I said, no, the fuck he didn't. No, he didn't. I pulled up some and I seen that peach. I said, he threw the damn peach at the car. Child, my arm was like, just back over. Just roll over him. Just roll over his ass. You know? They are. But hey, it's mental illness, you know. They're still God's children. Oh Lord, but it'll never happen again. It will never happen again. Thank you, friend. Let me go, y'all. I love y'all. So if nobody has any other questions, y'all just remember that I will be doing my live. Y'all know that TikTok is doing a lot, so y'all might not see y'all favorite creators on live a lot. Y'all charge it to their head, charge it to their heads, not their hearts. We desire to be on live, but TikTok be tripping. They tried to give me a strike yesterday. Y'all know I did an educational video on gastroparesis. And they tried to give me a strike for that, saying that I was influencing like disordered eating. And I'm like, by educating on gastroparesis? I think not. So I won that appeal. So it's like we gotta be careful of how we teach. We gotta be careful of our verbiage. We have to make sure that when we're talking, that's why we talk in code. So if you see your favorite creator on and they're talking in code, y'all just try to help each other in the chat if y'all know what they're saying. I need advice. I can't seem to lose past 178. I'm on 7.5. So Lizzie, you need to increase your protein, sweetheart. You need to go up to 10. You need to go up to 10. Increase your protein. If you are having a lot of food noise, I would recommend Plume's Hunger Houdini or Hunger Taker to help with consumption control if that's an issue. That's something that you can get without having a script. Make sure you use code Nurse K. Make sure you're detoxing your body. So detoxing and taking stool softeners, those two totally different things. You're supposed to be taking a stool softener because you're going to have delayed gastric emptying. And so you don't want to get constipated. You want to make sure you're drinking a lot of water. But when I say detox, I mean you're taking something that is going to actively make you cleanse your colon. And make sure you're taking something that's gentle, nothing violent, okay? Try not to take anything that's going to stimulate, like a stimulant, like a laxative. You don't have to take laxatives, y'all, to have detox your body. You can do, y'all know I like Belly Welly, which is high in fiber. Hona, that's the new one that I've been using, is really good. Bella All Natural, that's all fiber. So you're going to have a detox moment, and it's also going to clean out your vascular system. So it's a 2-in-1, all natural. I'm not really too much into, I know people like the Mag Ox 7s, the Mag Citrate, the Milk of Magnesia. I usually tell you guys to only do that if you have active constipation. Okay, active constipation is when you're sitting on the commode and you cannot pass your stool. Like if you are bearing down on your bottom aggressively, please don't do that. Your body is not made for you to do that like that. Okay, you can cause what's called vagal. Let me do a little bit of education before I go, because that's a serious thing. Let me see. How can I ask? We're gonna ask ChatGPT. Why is it contraindicated for a patient who is constipated to bear down on their bottom? What can happen to them, and what can they do to prevent this? This is a real thing. We get young people that pass out on the commode, be done hit their head. Like I done seen it all. Sitting on the commode, trying to have a bowel movement, bearing down so hard, it causes a vagal response where you pass out, they be done hit their head. Got to come in for stitches just trying to have bowel movements. Elderly people, it's everybody. But we've been getting a lot of young people, and I'm thinking it's secondary to the GLP-1s. Hold on, let me explain this to you. Okay, here we go. Syncopal episodes, yes, Nurse Nikki. So why is it contraindicated? Bearing down triggers what's called the Valsalva maneuver, which is forceful exhalation against your closed airway, holding your breath and pushing. Don't do that. Do not do that. This increases pressure inside of the chest and the abdomen, okay? So what happens is blood flows back to your heart. It says blood flow back to your heart temporarily drops. This can lower your cardiac output, cause dizziness or fainting. So if you are, hey boo, hey Kim, if you are sitting on the commode and you are bearing down, don't do that. And don't think it can't happen to you. It can. Okay. A sudden rise in your blood pressure. So what happens is when you're strained, when the strain is released, blood pressure can suddenly surge. It can go up. Okay. In patients with heart disease, hypertension, those of you who have aneurysms, stroke risk, this can trigger arrhythmias, syncope, or even cardiac arrest. Y'all, we get so many patients that come in with those issues, with that issue, just sitting on the toilet trying to have a bowel movement. All right. When it comes to your rectum, excessive pressure can cause fissures, hemorrhoids, rectal prolapse. You don't want to have none of that. That's horrible. So don't ever strain your bottom like that. Don't do that. That's the whole reason why you're supposed to be actively taking stool softeners, actively making sure that you are detoxing. Okay. If you are eating a highly dense protein, which highly dense proteins are really good, but you know they're going to sit on your stomach a lot longer than before you were taking GLP-1s. So if you are eating high dense food, like anytime I eat like steak or beef or pork, in a day or two, I am going to detox my body because I know it's still there. I know it's still in there. Some of it is in there. So it needs to come out. Okay, so you have to make sure you detox by doing belly welly, which is a good fiber source, Bella Detox, or Hona, the new one that, oh Lord, I really like the Hona because I like the way it tastes. You know, you got to have a variety of things. Oh my, I did that several times when I was constipated on 10, girl. Geraldine, that's embarrassing. First of all, it's embarrassing. Okay. You trying to have a bowel movement and then you wake up and you on the floor and shit is everywhere. Like, girl. Kim says the fissure tear is no fun. It's not. It's not. I've had that. When I was doing chemo, when I had cancer, y'all, and 32 years old, and all the medicines that they would give me, y'all, I would have constipation so bad. My mom had to come stay with me, and she would help me. And the tears from that, it's horrible. So just make sure you're doing your stool softeners. Take the right stool softener. Y'all know I have a video on my page that teaches you which stool softeners to take, which ones to stay away from. If you have Crohn's disease, irritable bowel, what's the other one? Crohn's, irritable bowel. There's another one. Diverticulitis. Is it diverticulitis? The one that have belly cramping? You don't want to take a stimulant stool softener because a stimulant stool softener causes your colon to contract. That's how you have the colitis. Thank you, Nurse Nikki. Colitis. It causes your colon to contract, and you don't want to do that if you have those disease processes. Stay away from stimulant stool softeners like that Senna tea. You know, that tea that be having you holding on to the damn wall when you're having bowel movements is so painful. A person with irritable bowel, colitis, Crohn's, you're not supposed to be taking stimulant stool softeners. You need to take something very gentle. What has caffeine, baby? Oh, no. They're all natural. The Belly Welly doesn't have caffeine. Hona has natural caffeine, though. Hona does. But it's called, I can't remember, baby. I'm going to do a video. Hona has caffeine, but Bella Detox does not. Belly Welly does not. Hey, Candy Bee. Thank you for sharing the live, sweetheart. Okay, so we did get a little education. And does anybody else have any other questions before we go? Is it healthy to not use the bathroom for 2 weeks? Sassy. If you have not used the bathroom in 2 weeks, baby, you need to go. You need a laxative today. You know what you need? You need an enema. You can do half molasses, half milk. We call that a brown cow. It's very gentle. Like real molasses. 1 part molasses, 1 part milk. You need an enema. Like you need evacuation today. Because you know what doesn't come down from the bottom will come up through your mouth. And that's a real fact. Nurse Nikki, tell them I had plenty patients like that. Plenty. You need to take care of that today, tonight. Get up. It's I don't know what time it is, but there's somewhere open where you can go get you some molasses and some milk. Oh, Walgreens, 24 hours Walgreens. Did you drink that or use it? You use it as an enema, baby. Have 1 part molasses, 1 part milk. It's so gentle. And you know, when you do your enema, you hold it, you let it infuse in. You need an enema bag. They have enema bags at Walgreens. You let it infuse in and you hold on to it. Look, hold on. My arm is hurting me. I don't want to hurt myself. You hold on to it. Hold it. Squeeze it. Squeeze it. Hold on to it for as long as you can, because you need that molasses to soften up that stool. You need that molasses to coat the stool. It's going to coat the stools so that when it comes out, it can be as non-aggressive as it possibly can. Because friend, you on your way to emergency room visit, to where now we have to get KY jelly. Look how I'm holding my finger. This is the maneuver. This is the maneuver. KY jelly. Do you want somebody doing this to you? I mean, if you got to, go ahead and get it done for me. Please. Because I'd rather that than be vomiting it. You know what I'm saying? But don't let it get that bad, friend. Don't let it get that bad, friend. And I hope this isn't TMI. Y'all know I'm a nurse, so nothing grosses me out. I've done did this so many times, child. I can't even count. But gently, you know, I'm doing this to make y'all laugh, but it's very gentle. Any other questions? I love you guys. I will be back on live tomorrow night, y'all. Let me go get my filming done so that I can relax my nerves. Y'all know It has a TV series now. If you're into horror, It, the TV show. Look, Olive says I'd be gagging. You know what, babe? It don't make me gag. Girl, I can go disinfect you and go right to lunch. Go right to lunch. Honey, I'll go put my stuff in the microwave. Hold on, friend. Let me get all my supplies. I'll go put my stuff in the microwave. And while my stuff is heating, come disinfect you and go right and eat. It don't bother me at all. It doesn't. It don't bother me. It doesn't bother me. You know what bothers me? Complicated wounds. That's the only thing that I really get caught up with. Okay, Nurse Nikki. Safe travels, traveling grace to you, baby. You know the airports have been crazy. So traveling grace for you. But anyway, I love you guys. I'll be on live tomorrow. I would be giving my 2 weeks notice. You would not. You would not, friend. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. Let me tell you, you know what we do? We have these plastic things that go in our noses that has like, not mentholatum, but it has like something on it. It sits right in your nose and you put a mask on. So it's not like you smell anything. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you can smell anything. And, you know, you are, I don't know. I just feel like I'm helping somebody. And I guess I don't think about it like that. You know, I done been constipated. So, you know, I just pretty much put myself in their shoes. Like whatever is going on with my patient in their bed, they're in their bed. I think about it being either me, if it's a woman that's my age, so I'll treat them the way I want to be treated. If it's a young girl, I think about that being my daughter. So it's like I never really see the patient. Like I'll think of them, I'll envision them like a family member. So I just treat them, you know, I'll just treat them the way I would want my husband or my mom or my dad or my grandmother or my cousins. You know what I'm saying? So it's not that serious. And also when you help them, it's like, it's so rewarding after, you know, someone coming in, they're so vulnerable, they need you. You know, it's people that work in medicine, we get off on that type of stuff. Like we like that, you know, we like helping people like that. So I don't know, it don't bother me. But the only thing that really bothers me is wounds, like burns and stuff like that, because of the healing of the skin. They have different stages of skin healing and the way it be looking. You know, that meaty type wounds that be getting to me, you know, like healing wounds, not like a stab wound, not like a gun, you know, I can look at that all day, but like somebody mangled and stuff like that, that bothers me. That does bother me. Complex non-healing wounds, that bothers me. But Do I take care of it? Because guess what? When I was a cancer patient, y'all, I lived without my breast for 9 months. Can you imagine what my wounds looked like? Living without my breast for 9 months. I had to go to wound care. I had to go to hyperbarics. And I think that's why I don't like wounds, because I just had so much trouble. But you know, it takes a special person to take care of sick people, and it's not always pretty. You know, that's why I tell people who aspire to be nurses, please don't do it for money, because it's no amount of money that they're gonna pay you. Is no amount of money that can be paid to a nurse, a doctor, or anybody that works in the medical field. That's including the people in the kitchen, the people that's cleaning, because I look at us all the same. You know, there's no amount of money that they will be able to pay us to compensate us for the trauma that we, you know, because you get trauma, you get traumatized. You know, it's some things that I've seen. It's some things that I've seen. You know, seen the result of what people have done to people that I will forever remember. You know what I'm saying? So there's no compensation for that. So you have to love, you know, you have to want it more for them than for you, because you're never going to be compensated. You're not. You understand? My niece graduated nursing school tonight. Oh my goodness. Tell her congratulations. Oh my God. That's amazing. I love that for her and for your family, because now y'all have a resource to go to. Boy, is her phone going to be ringing off the hook. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, I love you guys. Y'all know I end every live by saying, don't be moved by what you see. Move what you see by what you say. And that just basically means it doesn't matter what is going on in your life that makes you feel less than. It makes you feel intimidated. It makes you feel insecure. It makes you feel triggered. It makes you feel scared. Don't be moved by what you see. Move what you see by what you say. Okay, so speak life into it. Okay. Also remember that you guys are kings and queens. You guys sit on thrones. You live in palaces. You guys have a crown on your head. Whether people can see your crown or not, baby, it is there. So people don't have to like your political views. People don't have to like the way you love. People don't have to like your love language. They don't have to like how you keep house. They don't have to like how you raise your kids. They don't have to like your political view. None of that. But they must respect you at all times. Okay? 0 tolerance for that. And that's what we do over here. We love, we respect, and we lift each other up. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys on tomorrow. Have a good night.
Hi, I'm KEASHA Dixon.
Hi,
I'm a
guys.
lifestyle influencer, and I'm glad you found my channel. I post weekly videos, so make sure to hit your notification bells so you don't miss any of those future uploads.